Good evening, guys. Back here with another video. The topic tonight I want to talk to you guys about was, you know, not maybe doing enough in your everyday life. Every single day passes by, and I want to get better. I have the urge, and I have the will to be a better me, be a better version of myself. And I think when we compare how we were the day before and the things we achieved the day before and the tasks we finished the day before, and it didn't add up to the same amount the day after, we tend to maybe beat ourselves up on that. As for example, I'll bring this up because today, when I look back at it in comparison to yesterday, it kind of pales when you um, even out what I did yesterday, what I achieved, what I accomplished, compared to what I accomplished today. Now, I accomplished things today as well, but it was a different type of accomplishment. So I'll explain. Yesterday, I recorded my first YouTube video that I uploaded yesterday. I uploaded it this morning, as of this time of me recording the video, but I recorded it yesterday. So that was a thing that I did yesterday. That was a huge um, boost for my morale and just my feelings on moving into the direction that I want to, right? So there was that. Also, I found a cool park yesterday that had a walking track, and I've been more health conscious. I haven't been perfect, and I'll get into that too in a second, but definitely more health conscious than I've ever been, maybe ever, to be honest. And so this place had the walking track, and so I wanted to go take a lap around it. It's about a mile, so that was cool. I jogged most of it. Um, did that. Got some skateboarding in. I do like to skateboard. That's like an extreme sport that I've always liked to do. And I've gotten hurt overdoing it throughout my life, but it doesn't stop me because it is a thing that I love. And it rewards you when you put in the time and you put in the energy towards that, just like anything else. But so I got some skating in, got some exercise in, and made a YouTube video, and just my emotional states throughout yesterday as a whole had been better than it had been, let's say, the weeks prior, right? I've been heavily um, conscious of the quality of my meditations, not as much as how I mean, I've been keeping track of how much I do it, because that is like I want to do at least two a day, one in the morning, meditation in the morning, one meditation at night. So that is a goal that I've been doing for a while. But the quality of the meditation is more important. How long am I in these more relaxed states of consciousness? That's important. And I think yesterday and a few days before that, I was really honing in on the quality of the meditations, and that's been showing up in my energy states throughout the day and my emotional states as well. And I've noticed it. Yesterday was a big marker of where I was at, and I didn't react a lot. It was just a good day. All together, yesterday was a good day. Today, Saturday, it's a weekend. I work Monday through Friday, and so today was one of my off days. I woke up. I didn't end up going to sleep till kind of late yesterday, and so I woke up a little on the later side today, which is fine. I'm not gonna beat myself up over that. Um, I'm trying not to beat myself up at all. I mean, obviously, if you do something that you don't like, you can obviously work towards correcting it, and getting better at it and doing better the days that follow. That's no problem. But beating yourself up about those things doesn't help. At least from my experience, it doesn't help. It just kind of hurts you. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, I was saying that I woke up a little later, so I did that. I did get my push-ups in, um, and I lift a little bit of weights, which I hadn't done yesterday. So that's a plus. At least I got to do that. So it was something I didn't do yesterday that I skipped on. because I had done so much other stuff and I didn't have the time. I mean, I had the time, but I just opted out on it yesterday because I felt like everything else that I had did worked out um, good enough for me that it was okay. I deemed it okay to like not do it yesterday, but today I did do it. So that's good. That's a positive for me today when I'm looking back. When I'm reflecting on my day. And then I also ended up going to see my pops, my dad, because I'm a Steelers fan. I do like football. Um, right, a spiritual person who likes football. What? That's a contradiction, right? I understand. But I'm hugely into the ins and outs of football, and I love how it's crafted, and I love how much intelligence goes into game planning and all that kind of stuff. I think football gets a lot of slack for being just a big dummy caveman type of sport. There's like people hitting each other, and there is that aspect to it. Although I don't know if you watch football, that aspect's kind of been taken out a little bit for player safety, which is understandable. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into football that I think a lot of people dismiss or don't even know is there. That's more. It's more. Uh, what's the word I'm thinking of? Shoot. It's not just like it's more than just the hitting and the mindless throw a football, catch the football, score type thing. That's the ultimate goal, but it's more than that. But I digress. Let's get away from that. But I went to his house to watch Steelers game because we're both Steelers fans, right? Um, my dad lives alone. It's not a bad thing. Everybody lives alone, right? People live alone. A lot of people aspire to live alone, right? Like myself, I don't live alone at the moment. I have before, so I know how that feels like, and I miss it. But his situation is different. He's more alone. He has nobody around to really call a friend, I guess. Most of it on his doing, right? And so you understand that it is his doing that he's in that situation. But from a human standpoint, and from him being my father, and me forgiving him for things that have happened in my childhood that led to trauma. Me forgiving him for that kind of stuff and understanding that he is me still. We're all one soul playing this human role. And so I could see beyond the human stuff that holds him back, and I could see beyond the human stuff that maybe I can see beyond the things that make him less than stellar of a human being, right? And I can connect and have empathy towards who he really is and see that the loneliness is just a cry for a connection with another human being. And so I have no problem giving it to him because he's my father, and I cherish our relationship in my life now. Wasn't always like that, and there's a reasoning for it. But the journey that it's come to now, I definitely appreciate our relationship, however that is, however deep that can go. And it's not the deepest, but we can at least connect on things to an extent. And as long as I'm getting a connection from that relationship, I think that's beautiful. And so I jump at the possibility, or I jump at the, I guess not jump at the possibility, but I jump at the opportunity. That's the word. I jump at the opportunity to hang out with him and spend time with him when I can. He lives like an hour and 10 minutes from me, and I don't, the ride is, it's like, dang, the ride kind of sucks, I don't mind driving, but, an hour and 10 minutes can be a good bit of drive. And so there's that whole thing of driving and taking time out to drive there. But at the end of the day, I weigh that with, weigh that next to spending time with my father, and knowing that everything ends eventually and he's not going to be here, and I want to make the best of the relationship that we do have, right? And so I'll take that any day over having to drive an hour and 10 minutes out of the way to go see him. You understand? So we did that, and it was great. It was awesome. Now we did some things that we smoked a little weed. That is a vice of mine. I've I've gotten a lot better with it as far as like me controlling my consumption of it instead of it it unconsciously controlling me. Like I've gotten over that part, but I'm also at the I'm also at the same level where I'm like I still want to stop. I want to like not do it because I just don't think it serves me anymore. It's good to do it every now and again. That's fine, but I'm at a point in my life right now where I'm good with just giving it up. It's fine. I had a little bit left, and he smokes a lot. It's a way for him to cope, and uh, it's an addiction. It kind of took over drinking, which is good in a way. You know, I mean, it's all perspective, right? So he was an alcoholic when I was growing up. He's gotten over that part, but kind of weed was like the thing that took over for the alcohol. He kind of like exchanged the two because he has that addictive personality type thing, and he'll even admit that. Sorry, my cat just bit me, being a little being a little prick, and bit me on the toe. But so yeah, he deals with that, and I know when we smoke together, you know, we the vibe is a lot more loose, and the connection can go a little further than it can say he wasn't um beyond the senses technically, you know what I mean? So I do it mostly for him. That can also be looked at as a bad thing, sure. But it's not like I hang out with him every day or even every week or every few weeks, you know. So when I do go, and if I have some with him, or if he has them and if he has some and he wants me to partake, I don't mind because, like I said, it kind of helps with our relationship to an extent. So we did that. I did consume some sugary stuff, ice cream, a little chocolate after my fasting window had already been opened. And I'm kind of struggling with that sometimes. Like, I'll go 13, 14, 15, 16, sometimes even 17 hours of a fast with no interruption, you know, and then I'll go through my day where my fasting is over and I can eat for a certain amount of hours, right? But then when it comes time to start fasting again, I sometimes struggle with that because I stop eating at like around 3 to 5 p.m. every day. And sometimes later on, I get a little hungry and I'm conscious of doing it. I'm conscious that I'm eating stuff. But I don't, in the moment, always have the strength to say no to it. And so I'm still working on that. Like, I know that's something that has to be looked at and has to be addressed. And it is being looked at and addressed. But I'm not perfect and I accept that. But I'm also working towards being better with that. So I did consume that tonight, ice cream and some candy, in the company of my father. Um, so yeah, but I won't beat myself up over it because it goes back to the thing of me starting this video and the topic in general, like not beating yourself up over things, you know. So yeah, that was my day, and the reason I just wanted to make this video too was so that we don't compare ourselves from day to day. Um, because what I did yesterday, while important to me and while fulfilling to me, you know, just because today didn't go exactly like it did yesterday, every day is a different day. And things that I did do today, like see my dad and spend quality time with my father, that's important to me. Like I could sit here and look at that decision to go there and hang out with him as a positive one that I wanted to do. I wanted to do it, and it felt right to do. And that's all that really matters at the end of the day, that I feel okay with my decision, and I do. Now, I don't feel okay with the decisions that I made while I was there, like I just explained to you, but that can be worked on. That can be worked on tomorrow. We move along there. But just having no regrets of what you do during the day, as long as you're conscious, you know. If you're unconscious, that's okay too, because you're unconscious and you don't know of your decisions or you can't see beyond your decisions. But the decisions that I'm making, I'm definitely conscious in the moment while I'm making them. And just having that awareness, just having the awareness of, hey, you're doing something right now that might not be of your best good, but it's okay to do it. Just as long as you know that, hey, this might not be the best decision, we can move on from that. You know, it's better. I think it's better to be aware of the decisions that you make throughout any given day, as opposed to just being unconscious and not knowing. Because if you're unconscious, you can't change it. You can't change these things that you do unconsciously. But if you have an awareness of it, you can change it. Then at that point, you can then transmute it into something and grow from it and learn from it. And yeah, so that's how I look at it. But yeah, I'd like to hear what you guys think of that. You know, is there anything you guys do on a given day that, you know, feels like you're on the right track? You're on the right track. You feel focused, you're on the right track, doing the right things, and that feels right. And then maybe the next day comes, and you feel like there might have been some kind of drop off because you didn't do as much as you did the day before, and you put it up for comparison to the day before. When, you know, they say comparison is the thief of joy, and I believe that 1,000%. Just take away what you did on every given day, no matter what you did the day prior, what you're going to do tomorrow. Just take away all the positive things you did do on that day. And the things that you aren't satisfied with, we'll deal with those too, but we don't beat ourselves up over it. Because it doesn't serve us, you know? And so, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope this topic was relatable to some people, which I'm sure it was, because we're all, you know, we're all the same. We're all human beings here, going through the same trials and tribulations, just a different skin over them, you know, different flavor, because we're all individuals too at the end of the day. But yeah, hope you all had a great day, and thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again next time. So, peace, man.